Ready, ma'am?
Okay, good. Okay. Hi, Ahmed. Can you please start introducing yourself?
For sure. So I'm Ahmed. Aidan's one of her best friends.
Yes.
I am 23 years old, and I studied business hotel management at Vatel International Business School in Istanbul.
And you are
I
from.
was yes, I was raised and born in Egypt, but currently I am in Istanbul, Turkey. Um,
And at the same university.
yes.
Okay. So, Ahmed,
Okay.
um, some of my questions can make you bold because most of them are about the history of Egypt, pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Okay.
not my question, the first one. The first one is about Amara. To be honest, it's the
Amara.
first time I hear about Amara. Someone is asking, what do you know about Amara? Because there's not a lot on internet or anywhere we can read about this. Maybe you have some material on your books in history.
What do you mean by Amara?
No, Amara. Okay. Okay, the person asked the question, are you guys saying so Amara? And she said about Amara, I mean about this country, what do you know about this country? Maybe some material in your books.
Honestly, I've never heard about something called Amara.
On Ahmed's face, it says 404 not found.
404?
Okay, I just skipped this one. Sorry, no
Okay.
Amara.
No
Error.
worries.
Have you ever seen the pyramids yourself?
Well, to be honest, I saw it from the outside, but never been in the inside, which I really wonder how it is from the inside. So, other than my next visit to Egypt, I'll be visiting it
And did
very
you have
soon.
any idea what there is inside?
So,
Can
what
you
I
Google
know, what's inside the pyramids is there is where that's where pharaohs got buried at, and where they used to keep the treasures and money in that place inside.
hmm Okay. Um, do you want another question about pyramids, or do you want to go to another topic? Wait,
Um,
another history. Are Arabs, no, are you guys Arabs or descendant of ancient Egypt?
for sure, the ancient of Egypt. We are not Arabs at all because um,
In
Arabs
your
have their
culture,
own
you
different.
don't consider yourself as Arabs at all.
No, I consider myself as Egyptian.
Mhm.
Yes,
A mistake.
and sometimes it's a bit. I take it for myself. It's a bit of insult being said as an Arab because we have our own history, our own culture, and we're very different from them. Yes, we speak Arabic. However, our Arabic still is not the same, but yes, we do speak Arabic, but that's not the thing that will make us Arabs.
Mhm. Okay, very clear. I'm not going to say that again. You're not Arab. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, I have interesting one. It's related directly to you. Are you rich?
Okay. Are you rich? Um, I can say that I am rich with my heart, if that answers your question.
Yeah, sure. You're rich. Have you seen camels in Egypt? Have you
Have I seen
gotten on one? Any camels?
camels in Egypt? When I told you that I have visited the pyramids from outside, yes, I did see camels. But other than that, no.
Uh-huh. So it's not like a horse you can ride anytime you want.
Like, you are asking if it's public transportation for Egyptians?
another good question I didn't think of. He's coming like a public transport for you guys. But I can seriously say I googled questions for Egyptians, and
Hmm.
one that appeared most, one of them was, "Do you go to work by camels?"
Oh,
So it
yeah, that went.
means
That's another questions for Egyptians.
okay. Falafel. This is one of my favorite foods, by the way. Is it Egyptian?
Falafel. Is it Egyptian? Um,
You have to be politically correct here.
well, we don't call it falafel. First of all, we call it ta'miya in Egypt. Falafel is for the Arabic countries as Lebanon, Syria, etc. However, I can say that for each country has its own recipe for it. So in Egypt, when you come to Egypt or when you go to Egypt, when you eat ta'miya, which is falafel, it has very different taste than you go to Syria, then you try it in Syria, then you try it in Lebanon, then you try it in Turkey.
Do you think it can be called green burger?
Um, Absolutely, yes, I can call it that. Since it's all made of vegetables, yes, and it's all green from the inside and outside.
Green burger. I took a note of it. Yeah. Ahmed, can you tell me how the society works in your country? What women's role are in society? Is it like in my country where a man is the one who says the last word or who decides what will happen in the family, let's say? Um, is it the same in your country, in your culture?
No, we do have an equal right for men and women, and women can do the same job as a man. So it's literally the same as Turkey. And while I'm talking about Turkey, since I'm here, living in here, I can give it an example to it. Um, and There are lots of companies, lots of job jobs done by women. And even though we do have currently, which is the most important subject that we talk about it recently, which is coronavirus and diseases and um, our mayor of the health is currently a woman. So she does literally everything. She takes orders, she gives orders, and she tries to get solutions.
Nice.
Since we are um in a crisis of a virus,
I should say
yeah.
your
So,
family is the only Egyptian family I have seen in my entire life in practice. So I have seen a lot of respect for your mom in your family. As a as a girl, to see that impressed me. In fact, because okay, I considered Egypt as an Arabic country, so that's why I was like, okay, in Arabic culture, usually woman is not that much priority in the family because there is man
mhm.
who decides. And I was like, wow, that's very nice. Yeah, I was quite impressed. I liked it.
Um, I would love also to add something maybe that I also used to get lots of questions regarding it. Does the woman in Egypt wear hijab? Is it a strict something for Egyptian women? And that's a no too. So if
So
you
do you
want, you can wear it.
think it's
If you
normal to go to Egypt like this with red hair?
Yes, of course, that's something very normal. I mean, everyone is free to do whatever he wants, and yeah, so I can say that Egypt is a bit different regarding that point from the other Arabic countries.
Yeah, Lebanon is also modern, I could say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Um, you know Turkish breakfast. It's a lot of
Yes.
it's I
Yes.
would say brunch, lunch, and dinner all together. So, can you describe Egyptian breakfast? What do you have included in that? In a normal house, not in a hotel or restaurant. What do you have at home?
Okay, what do we have at home? We have, again, a very specific and different type of bread. Aish means bread. Baladi means my country. So it means that it's my own country's bread.
Okay.
Aish Baladi. We
Wait,
have as a, I'm sorry?
it's way too short in Arabic.
Yeah.
My country bread.
Yeah. Same as English and Turkish. We have طعمية, which is falafel in English, and we have some brown beans that is eaten with bread. Um, we have different type of cheeses, but we use only. I mean, I can say the one which is very different again and specific to Egypt is Gibna Rumi. It's a different. It's a very old. I mean, how they do it is very
Old fashioned.
um, very interesting, but it gives you a very nice taste. And what else do we have? Yeah, omelets. I can say. I mean, it depends on what it depends on your style. Depends on what you like. So, but main three things I can say is طعمية and fool, which is beans, and cheese.
Okay. I didn't know you had falafel in the morning.
Mm,
Uh,
actually, regarding that, we do have uh, in Turkey, you know that there are cars for simit and cars for corn. In Egypt, we do have cars for falafel and cars for fool,
hmm.
since it's a public and one of the cheapest food type of food in Egypt.
You made me
Yeah.
want falafel right now.
Yeah.
Easily, yes. Okay. As you live in Istanbul, you are really into Turkish culture now, and you have Turkish girlfriend,
Mhm.
right?
Sure.
Do you feel any cultural differences? I know you are already in a mixed culture because your family
Hmm.
is really modern and you live in another country. Of course, you have to adapt, and you are almost international guy. But do you, looking back, do you think there was some difficulty in the beginning, or there was any cultural differences that you had to adjust?
Well, honestly, when I came alone, I used to come to Turkey since I was a child with my parents as a tourist for visits. But when I took the decision of studying here in Turkey at VETED, I came in 2014. I was alone, and honestly, I didn't have any feeling that I'm a different person in a different country. Just one thing that I can say, which is very important, and it was a barrier for me, language, Turkish language. Because when I arrived, I didn't know any word in Turkish. I was speaking English, and I can add to that a very small story regarding me when I arrived exactly. I
This is
I
the
wanted to go to my dorms, and it was located in Ortaköy, Beşiktaş, and I arrived at Istanbul Atatürk Airport. So from there to Ortaköy, Beşiktaş, it was a kind of a mission to me. It took me a couple of really took me more than 3 or 4 hours to reach there, since no one at that point or at that time, no one knew too much English. It wasn't very viral for Turkish people to speak English. And of course, body language. When body language gets in a chat, then everything gets softer and easier. Um, so yes, it took me 3 to 4 hours, which is only 1.5 hour distance from Ataturk to Ortak or Besiktas, or 2 hours max. I took 4 hours to reach to my dorms. So language, yes, it was a pain, and that's the only barrier that I had, I can say.
Went to a hotel for an event and it was expensive.
That was W Hotel.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
No, no, on that day, I came with my parents, as you remember, on that day, and I had to leave early.
Yeah, yeah. They went
Yeah,
somewhere else and we went to that place.
yes, no, really, really, that day was it was a really nice event, and I wanted to continue on it, but yes, yes, even though we took bracelets, as you remember,
Yeah,
from that day.
I wore them for a long time on my trousers like an accessory.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
God, good days, good old days. In Egyptian, let's say in Arabic, you say
Mhm.
Allah in your language as well.
Yalla. Yes, we do. Means it means Hadi and means come on in English.
Let's. In English, it's let's.
In English, well, it differs actually from person to person on what and in what situation is he using it or she's using it.
I think it's
So
come on.
yeah, we use it as come on, like Hadi.
Okay. Yalla. Do you hear it in Turkey?
Yalla,
It's a little.
I do. Yes, yes, I do hear it in Turkey in the Sultan Ahmed and in the touristic areas. Turkish people who are trying to catch Arabic tourists
I think
saying yalla.
minibus, for example. It's funny one. It's funny.
Dadunmush?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it takes you wherever you want. It's like a personal car with so many.
Ah,
You don't know when your departure will be. You don't know when you will arrive.
well, not to make fun of Turkish culture. I mean, if I make different, I mean, if I put a comparison, the minibus with the Egyptian autobus, the normal Hulk bus, we have our Hulk bus, I mean, the public bus, as the minibus. So if you are standing anywhere and if you want to go off or get on the bus anywhere, literally anywhere, you just raise your hand and the public bus, the big damn public bus will just stop where you are and will get you in or will get you out.
Who decorates your house? Your mum or all together?
We all together, actually. I mean, when my mom or my dad or my brother, whenever they want to buy something, we take the decisions of each other first if it will actually be nice or be bad for the home, since we are all living together, not alone. Yeah.
How does life go on for your mum in Turkey?
Um,
Because I have the reason for this specific question because you are young and your brother is young. So you
mhm,
can get along with young people and have your life set quickly, quicker than
mhm.
your dad who has his own business or your mom. So mom is the one who might have the most difficult time in another country if she doesn't work or if she doesn't have any friends or if she doesn't go to university. What does her typical day look like?
Her typical day, waking up, getting busy with home, and then
Preparing
look
breakfast
after.
for you. Yeah.
Yes, preparing breakfast sometimes. However, we are not very a family of. We're not a very breakfast type family. So we go straight to lunch, and yeah, she opens the TV. Of course, Turkey is very famous with its TV shows and their series and movies. So she spends most of her time on TV, which I believe it's something nice for her as learning regarding the language, but it's not a good idea for staying that long in front of a screen because, however, we are also humans who needs to have some time for ourselves and not just sitting at one place doing the same thing more
Does she
than
understand what she's watching, or she's still learning?
she actually understands what she is watching. However, she cannot communicate. She doesn't have the words. She cannot make the sentence up. So that's why she gets she gets she has that difficulty of communicating when it comes to a conversation. However, she does understand very well, and even though when I ask her, "What did you understand here?" she tells me that, and I tell her, "Yes, that's correct."
Are you the one who speaks the best English, the best Turkish at home?
Yes, for the moment, yes. For
Okay.
the moment, yes.
And how does your brother do?
A very good question, my brother.
Does he
Uh,
also have a Turkish girlfriend?
Um, Currently at the moment, as far as I know from my background, no, he doesn't. Well, if any Turkish is watching that video, please, please subscribe.
We can find a kismet for him. Send his picture.
Yeah, at the end of this video, I'll be sharing his information.
Ahmed's brother has a YouTube channel. You are gonna earn millions soon.
He really loves it here. I mean, actually, I can say that he had more fun than I did since since he also had a very good group of his friends. He used to go to different cities that I haven't visited, which I'm really going crazy. Like I was here more than him. I know the language, and I didn't have the chance to visit some cities in Turkey, but actually he did, and he had more fun. And he is really enjoying it here, I believe. However, again, the language gets in front of anyone, and especially for him. He doesn't have Turkish lessons since he had all of his studies in English.
Mhm.
He didn't have any Turkish lessons, but I am the one who is learning in Turkish language.
Yeah, you study in Turkish. I remember.
Hmm.
Do you have
Yes.
difficulty?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I cannot say that I'm very perfect in Turkish.
Because
I
studying
do have some difficulties, yes.
really speaking language, it's a little bit
Hmm.
difficult. Even in English, you can speak well, but you still can have difficulty
Yeah, of course.
with education. Remember, I never studied English, and when I came to Vatel, it was the first time for me to study
Mhm.
English. I was like, "Oh my God, what's this cost control and marketing about?" I didn't understand it all at the beginning. I was like, I understand the sentence, but there are so many terms I have to look for.
Hmm.
So I had to look up every single word that I didn't know and then understand what the topic is about. It took me a
Sure.
while. Yeah.
Not you only. It took me also um, a bit of time to adopt myself in the Vettel atmosphere.
Vatel was good. What do you think of Vatel and what did it bring to your life?
Um, I think Vettel, for me, I'm be speaking on behalf of myself. It changed me a lot, honestly. Um, what I have seen and what I have learned in my high school in Egypt was was something very different. I mean, I can say that my high school it it brought me to a specific point. However, I cannot go anywhere after that. So I came to that point that says, "Hey, Ahmed, it's the time for you to do something different. It's the time for you to go somewhere else." And that's where I actually took the decision and come to Turkey and be in Vital. Vitality taught me lots and lots of things, working with people, in different hotels, communicating with people, learning body language. I'm very proud of myself to be a Vatel graduate, honestly. In addition, had the best time of my life. In addition, had very nice friends, and till now, we are still having a friend like you, and have friends like the ones we know in Vatel. Being in contact till now means very in simple terms means true friendship, nothing else.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah. What's art for you?
Art. Um, yeah, our life is like art, I believe. Everyone has his own thing, and when you have your own thing, uh, doing it with doing it perfectly and doing it right, I think that is your art here. Me being in cinema or doing my movie correctly as I really want, and that as everyone will be enjoying it, I believe that is art here. To my talking behalf of myself, like from business international school hotel management to cinema, and
I was going to say, Ahmed, you used to do DJ activity as well.
yes, I was going to mention that exactly. Uh, how did I get the how did I come to a point of loving music and deciding to be a DJ was actually the time that I was living here in Turkey. Um, I used to go a lot of parties even before we get to used to know each other. Going every day to a different place, listening to music, which you can actually just go there, just go to a party, stand over there, and see how people would react. That took me like to like a questioning of why I cannot be the person who's standing upstairs, like doing that thing and making people going crazy.
Good, yeah.
So going every time, I wasn't actually just concentrating on one thing, like having fun. I was having fun, and I was learning of how one music, one track getting mixed to another track, and how and the type of music that makes actually people like go crazy and have fun. Like, hey, I got out of this party and the music was extremely nice. Like, I would go there again.
But look, there you were at our graduation party. You were DJing.
Yeah, exactly. But however, that night I wasn't at the best because I didn't have my own equipment. And yeah, but at the end, we did have a nice time, I believe.
Still, it's like a
And
you tell your kids, "Oh, I was into DJing for a while, and I did that
yeah,
at my graduation party." Yeah, good.
true. Even though we do have a video that was called by Mr. Ali, and I then came at the end of the video, which made the video much looks much better.
Oh, nobody's gonna recognize me if I attach that video at the end of this video.
True, I honestly didn't know who you were at that night.
Okay.
French was always a nice language that I always believe also it's kind of fancy language that I love to listen.
Elegant.
British accent, yeah, British accent is very elegant too.
Yeah. I like British and French too. That's our friendship comes. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to say anything? My questions are over. I'm done.
um, I would like to tell to the listeners and the viewers, whoever who's watching this video, I hope you enjoyed the video and please get out of
Click
your
the subscribe
place.
button.
No, a serious message from an international student who's living in Turkey. Um, to my friends who are out there, get out of your daily routine.
Yeah, we are hearing you.
Get no, but seriously, get out of your daily routine and do something different. Do something that you really like. Don't be that kind of boring person or that boring job you're doing. Get out of there. Do something different. Honestly, do what you love. And I can say thank you for inviting me to this video, to this meeting. Was a nice one, and it was nice talking to you since 2020 was our last call, I believe. And
Not my fault. Well, we're busy all the time. But yeah, anyway,
yeah,
then thank you so much, Ahmed, for coming and making it colorful for us. It's nice to see someone from Egypt and explain to us that there are no Arabs. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah. See you in season 2, I guess. I already have it
hopefully.
out to you.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to write an business email to Netflix so they can take our series into a serious
Yeah, I need some expensive
step.
equipment, man. Look at me. I'm using my laptop's camera. Not fair.
Actually, it looks very clean.
And
It
I'm
looks a
like,
clean.
maybe it will make the quality better. Oh no, it's the same.
No, it's actually good. Good so far.
Yeah, with minimum equipment, I'm trying to do something. To me, the most important is people enjoying it, rather
Mm-hmm.
than having the best quality, but not like serious work done. Well, at the moment, do with whatever you have, and then once you get to the level where you're happy and you
Exactly.
have something, some potential, then you can go ahead and do a better job, I believe, with equipment.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, thank you very much again, and hopefully to see you soon. And as you said, maybe in another meeting.
Thanks a lot, Ahmed.
Uh,
Thank
thank you, Mrs. Aidan.
you.
Yeah, you were literally on the floor from too much laughing.
Okay. I'll probably cut the entire part where we discuss what Amara could be. I will just put, when I say Amara, your face, and for all four it will not found.
Yeah,
She just left the room.
who is she?
My mom. I was like, can you just shut it down? And she left
Oh,
the
you're so mean.
Oh, God.
How did they make mummies? Honestly. Well, I don't have the correct answer for that, but I can say, or I can, um, yeah, I can say that.
Like Google Assistant or the one in iPhone. I don't have the correct answer to that. I don't know what we said.
Get me out of here. Get me out of this subject.